Young Jagger, the Trillist. I'll call you the Trillist, okay? You the Trillist out here, okay, babe? I know I say the Thrillist, but every time I go to say hi to you, I say Trillist. So you good with the trill? How you feel about the trill? Do you allow me to call you Trilly Trill? Brown Nicholas said live from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Look at you cross the water, Ashay. Shout outs to you. We in the 757 ourselves. Graffiti said, peace, Lady Oba. You already know Oba. Hey, Ray Bay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You said it's okay. Yes. Hey, you two. What y'all do? Hey, peace and love, Sean, Vito, Guave. Y'all, we got a flow. We got a flow. We're gonna talk about the shifts, bitch. I'm being force shifted. I am being force shifted. Y'all, I bought this journal. This is a spiritual, like astrological journal that I have here. So it has like all the transits, it has journal prompts. And I purchased it back in November, with intentions to start a clean slate. Bitch, I guess today is the day because I barely use this journal. It's like pretty much empty. But I normally put the daily energy, I normally type the daily energy up in my notes on my phone. But today I was like, I'm feeling righty. You know, I don't journal. I don't journal. That's not my gig anymore. I did a lot of that when I was healing and a lot of shadow work. But bitch, at this point, I ain't got time to be sitting and writing like that. So I don't really write that much. And so today I was like, I use this journal. Well, no, I be doing the most looking online when I do my daily energy for the moon transits. And I'm like, you have the freaking journal here, Duüblé. Use the journal. So I took the journal with intentions just to use it for the moon phases to type in my notes. And I'm like, use the freaking journal, Duüblé. So I was like, okay. So I like wrote the daily energy in my notebook. So I will be officially utilizing my notebook. So I'm excited. But let's go ahead and flow into it so we could talk. Hey, y'all. Peace, Keisha J. You say we in here. You already know. Hey. Peace, Fawn. What going? So, welcome into the Crystaline Mars show. I am your co-host, Mrs. Duüblé Jones. I am the lady with the stones, the come here's, and the leave us alone. Do y'all feel the energy rush? Do y'all feel the energy rush? I can't even breathe. I can't even hush, but I'm glad that you're here with me right now. Got me blushing. No, seriously, y'all, thank you for sharing this space with us. Thank you for tuning in every night, every way that you choose to do so. Thank you for the love offerings that y'all send. Thank y'all for y'all bookings. Thank y'all for y'all orders that y'all place, taking advantage of the sale that just ended. I am working diligently to get y'all pieces out. Okay, thank you for flowing with us. We got Rock the Boat in the background. Y'all head over to the website and book any one-on-one spiritual services that y'all need. We have the 15% off service sale of the week, which is the Unlock with Tahuti and Obatala, great for enhancing your discernment as well as bringing in any clarity and insight that you may need. All right, so we're going to be pushing the time up by default. Y'all know like a month ago, I started showing up. We definitely doing better because there was one time where I was showing up a little after 9 often. And so as of the past few weeks, I've been showing up around 8:45, like no later than 8:45 for the most part. But it was a while, it was a few lives or so, like earlier this month, where I would show up at like 8:20, 8:25. I think I showed up at 8:15 on one day. But we're officially going to be bumping the show up. And this is a forced shift for me because Brother Logas is going to be here. He's being serious about his sleep, which is good because now he's going to force me, right? He's going to force me to, by him forcing the schedule up, now I ain't got no excuse but to go to sleep earlier so I can rise earlier. So I will be starting the show just so I can have enough. I'll be starting the show earlier. So between 8 and 8:15, I have to stand on that. Come on, Duüblé. Come the fuck on. But I ain't got no choice because I don't like really rushing my segments. And I need a good 45 minutes to an hour for my segments to really just flow. And I have space for readings and just, you know, so we ain't got to be like I'm talking like the person at the end of the ad, you know? So between 8 and 8:15, I'm standing on that. That's the time that I will be growing live, and Brother Logas will be relieving me between 8:15 or 9:15 and 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all ain't got to worry about when he relieving me, but I'm just letting y'all know he is bumping this time up about 30, 45 minutes earlier. So I got to bump my time up 30, 45 minutes earlier. So y'all turn your notifications on. And yeah, so we got to roll because I only got but so much time. If y'all do want a reading tonight, y'all can send y'all love offerings in and I'll conduct those first come, first serve. But let's go ahead and get into the message of the day. So the message of the day is a collective reading for all of us. We have an upcoming shipment coming in for the collective. I just got an email saying that I have a subscription, and so they were letting me know that my vitamins are going to be shipped on the 23rd. So the 23rd may be significant for some of us. What we got for the 23rd? Y'all gotta stay tuned. I have you asked and you will receive. I say, and that's on a Wednesday. That's Papa Legba energy. What you got? What you got? Give me what you got for a pork chop. So the daily energy, the daily message is a message for the collective, including myself. And the message is, whoo, bitch. You have time. You just got to manage it a little better. You have time. You have enough time. You just have to manage it a little better. Okay? You have enough time. So somebody may just feel like, bro, I blink and it's time for me to go to work. I blink and it's nighttime. I blink and it's time for me to wake up. I blink. I blink. And it's just like, where is the time fucking going? Like, I just can't. And just like Brother Logas is like, I have to, I'm tightening down. I'm being serious about getting my proper rest, right? Getting to sleep earlier. So some of us may need to really go to sleep earlier, so we can rise earlier or just maximize. Essentially, I don't know how your schedule is because some of us may work night shifts, right? Some of us work graveyard shifts, whatever it is. But definitely there is a message around getting the proper rest you need and being consistent with that so you can maximize the day, right? Because you may just constantly feel like you're trying to catch up on rest. Like, I'm tired. I want to do these things, but I'm tired when it's time to wake up, or I got to do it. You know what I mean? And so, again, you have enough time. You just need to manage it a little better. So, this could be something that you could bring to your awareness over the upcoming days, like just to observe your flow and see where some changes need to be made, okay? We got 21 questions playing in the background. Papa Legba energy is the fuck heavy. Today is Wednesday. His number is 21. We just tapped into the 23rd. The 21 energy gonna be significant too. We got do what makes you feel most uncomfortable. But anyway, that's the message of the day, y'all. Manage the time, again, because it's being more put on your plate. It is being more put on your plate, and you have the time. And if you don't have the energy, then you need to give yourself that proper rest, the proper nutrition and things like that, so you can carry on. Ashe? Ashon. Ashe. For sure, Miss Keisha J. Miss Sheba Peace, welcome in. Miss Sheba, some of you already tapping into my energy. You already know. So let's get into the Zelle energy. So, the daily energy for April 17th. We have 21. Oh, tomorrow's the 21st, bitch. I will see something coming sooner than later. Because I was thinking about April 21st, which is next, Monday? But bitch, tomorrow, 4, 8, 9, the daily energy adds up to 21. So, okay. And then Mars enters the sign Leo, okay? So we already got the sun in Aries. We have, which is making its way out because we slowly get into this Taurus energy. Yeah, and actually we're kind of like in the shadow period now. But nonetheless, we had Mercury enter Aries. So Aries is definitely governing our mind as well as our communication and us putting our money where our mouth is, right? Us actually taking those things out of our head and stop fucking daydreaming and actually get the fuck going. Like, walk it like you talk it type energy. And with Mars is Aries' planetary ruler. And Mars moved into Leo. And Leo is heavy on the walk it like I talk it. Leos love attention, right? Leos love to be served and love to be looked at in this royal, regal, higher than position. And Leos love to be pedestaled. Leo loves to take up space. And you don't have to be a Leo, but some of y'all may be wanting, manifesting certain things, calling in certain things. And it's like, or calling yourself certain things, a god, a goddess, an entrepreneur, or a spiritualist, or disciplined, or dedicated, or hard worker, or ambitious, or whatever, a grinder, a hustler, whatever you call yourself, right? It's like, show up exactly as who you say you are. That's what this Mars entering Leo is like. Let's fucking go. So on this 17th, on this day, definitely you want to get your head in the game. Hit the deck running. Manage the ego though, because the ego may be a little bit, you might need to, we have all of the fire elements present on the 17th. Okay. And I got that energy because Mars, first off, we still in Aries season. So we could say Aries fire sign, right? Thursday is Sagittarius. Which is the other fire sign. And then Mars entering Leo, we had that Leo energy present too. So you may definitely be feeling yourself all the way turned up. Yes, that's the perfect thing. Jung Jagger says simmer, not boil. Yes. Don't boil over, okay? Like a pot of beans, okay? Manage the ego. Some of you may definitely be receiving your flowers. There could be, some of you may be surrounded by people who may be a little less knowledgeable, a little less skilled than you. And again, this is not for you to shrink yourself, but don't do the fucking most, okay? Because you definitely will be set the fuck down, okay? You may be high tomorrow, and then Friday you might fuck around and be low, or you might get put in your place. You may be reminded just as quick as you think you hot shit. Spirit will come through like, yeah, let me show you this cold side. Let me show you a weakness real quick. So be humble, receive, show up. Let's take action, because there's definitely a lot of energy here for us to use to build on, okay? So stay true to your beliefs. Definitely you want to stand on business. Like I said, show up exactly as who you say you are. Some of you may have a fear of judgment that arises when it comes to certain positions or certain things that you're called to share or do on this day. And even if it's not this day, this could be like this new season that you're entering, because we're entering Taurus season. And Taurus is a earth sign, right? Stand on business kind of sign energy as well. And some of y'all may be seeing like, I'm a little rocky here when it comes to your spiritual beliefs. Okay, because I've channeled that first off, and then a few hours later, I kept channeling the Kodak Black song. You don't even believe in Jesus. Why you got a Jesus piece? If you want to leave, leave. But you ain't got to lie to me. Only the blind can see that you ain't going to ride for me. You ain't even showing me the love you say you got for me. And loyalty, you ride for me. You say that you're going to die for me. I forgot what the name of that song is, but it was a Kodak Black song. And the part that stuck out was you don't even believe in Jesus. Why you got a Jesus piece? This is not about Jesus. This is not about if you believe in Jesus or not, or any of that. But it's about, if you don't believe in something, then stand in that. You know what I mean? If you do have this belief in something, stand on that. If you do see the interconnectedness of all, and you do practice religion, whatever that is, whether it's Muslim, Christianity, whatever, Buddhism, is that Muslim, bitch? I don't fucking know. But you may practice like a religion itself, but then you also you have like your spiritual, where you like, you delve into things that maybe aren't practiced in that religion, and you may have like a dual perspective. Like, no, I see the purpose of it all. I see the interconnectedness of it all. I see the oneness of it all. And this is something that you need to own. Like, own it. Own your shit. Somebody's gonna always have something to say. Somebody's gonna always have something to say. The biggest thing is that you have an understanding of what's true for you, and you know why you do what you do. That's it. You don't have to try to prove nobody, convince nobody, please nobody. Be honest and stand on your beliefs, okay? So there could be something arise, and even it may not be around spirituality, or it may have to do with spirituality, but we're going to see how that manifests for us collectively. But nonetheless, on this day, take charge of your life and be a positive influence, and surround yourself around positivity. And even if negativity is thrown your way, we're going to transmute that energy and look for the truth that hides within the lies, repurpose it, angel in disguise, okay? So you definitely want to use all of the energy for your wellness on this day, because you definitely have a lot of fuel to fill up your tank, okay? So the angel number, this is what I'm going to be adding to the daily energy as well. The angel number for the day on the 17th is 849. So some of y'all may see 849 on the clock, 849 on receipts, 849 on somebody's license plate or whatever it is, right? But 849 is the angel number, so y'all remember that. And whenever you see this message, whenever you see this number, that's just a reminder that you are in alignment with the daily energy, okay? The colors for the day are blue, black, yellow, and green. So y'all go ahead and spam the comments with your blue, black, yellow, and green hearts, okay? The rituals I would recommend is either a solar plex chakra clearing, a sacral chakra clearing, or a heart chakra clearing. We definitely want to start clearing up the energy, starting at the root, really, to prepare us for this new moon in Taurus that we are going to be approaching in about 2 weeks, okay? To clear space, to make space for our manifestations to come through, for us to align with that of which we've been calling in. So that's the daily energy, y'all. We're now going to get into tarot tea time, you and me time, and I'm super excited. I like cleaned up the room. I feel so... I still got a little bit more to do over there. I wasn't talking to you. But I feel so, like, just organized. I cleared the desk up. I got my cards in order. I done moved some stuff around on the desk. So I definitely feel I'm excited to get into the read today. Peace, y'all. I see a lot of hearts. I see a lot of hearts. Ashe, Mystique, thank you so much. Mystique said today was so divine. Ashe. Ashe. Oh, thank you. Let me pin the comments, too. Peace. Get that McNasty. Make it nasty. Graffiti said this day has been full of divine synchronicity. Okay. So look at ya. Look. You said I was just about to say that. Damn, what you said? Peace, Blaze. Oh, did Blaze leave already? Blaze said, I just came to speak and show face. Going back in my cave. Y'all have a good night. I love you, Blaze. I send you love and spirit even if you're not here right now. I know you feel it. Ashe. I've been thinking about baby boo. Oh, you're here. Yay. You said, can I give my code to someone? I'm just not in a good space right now. Sure, Blaze. If you'd like to send your code to someone, you definitely can. You definitely can. So let your spirit guide you to whoever that is. I don't know how you want to do it, but for sure. I send you love. I love you. Amber said, hi, I'm new here. Welcome. Gave said, my granny calling. Be right back. I love how you checked out. You gonna call us right back? Okay. What's the message for the collective? We got the 8 of Cups here. Ooh. We got I'm coming out. Well, no, that's not it. It's they just don't know why they done to me. It's like the more money we come across, the more money we see. But I see you coming out of some emotional little funk. Somebody was in a little emotional funk. Somebody could have been their little feelings. Somebody could have been their little feelings about something. But I see you moving out of that, though. Let's see. Let's see. We got the King of Swords exactly because you see something clearly here. You see something clearly. Some of y'all have definitely been using your throat chakra and just balancing your throat chakra. Some of y'all like, you know what? I'm not even about to go back and forth anymore. Some of y'all like, I'm not even about to make announcements about what I'm about to do anymore. Because maybe you have been trying to convince yourself, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So you may have been wanting accountability, or for somebody to just believe in you, or for somebody to be excited for you, maybe looking for support or whatever. But I do see a lot of y'all moving out of that space where you're just like, I'm gonna make the shifts, and then they gonna find out. They gonna find out, but I'm not making an announcement here. I'm not making an announcement here. What's up with this? Melanator said me. Woo! We got the 4 of Wands here. Oh my gosh. 4 of Wands, and what else? We got the Death and Rebirth here. Ooh, down. We got Glamorous playing in the background. Y'all know our favorite 3 songs. But we got Glamorous by Fergie playing in the background. And with this Four of Wands, this is literally funeral, celebration of life. I was watching Black Mirror again last night, and I watched the last season of episodes, season 7. And the last episode was the title of the episode was Eulogy. And the guy was going back to the past, and he pretty much had to look at some things and face some things that he, literally try to cross out, really try to suppress. But it was like this love situation, and she transitioned, and so it calls for him to go back down memory lane for this eulogy, right? And we channeled a lot of sevens yesterday. And so that was representing like a completion, right? But here we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Death and Rebirth. The Death and Rebirth is card number 13, which adds up to 4. Here we have 44 energy. Tomorrow is a 44 day because it's April 17th. The 17th, well, we got 444 actually, but we could look at the 18th as a 44 day, or the 17th as a 44 day, because that 8 energy, 444. Right? So there could be definitely something that y'all are celebrating, some end that y'all are celebrating here. Some full circle moment, some kind of accomplishment here. Like I told you, you're closing out something. So let's get a little more information about this. Okay, Baby Boo sending a love offering for a reading. You said I'll give my code to Junk. Thank you for letting me give it to someone. You said, what show was this? This was last night that I'm talking about. You need to go check it out. I'm intrigued. Go check it out. Oh, you talking about, I'm talking about last night. Crystaline Martin Show, episode 407. Black Mirror on Netflix. Y'all gonna be hooked on phonics, bitch. But we have the Two of Swords. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Or we have the Eight of Cups and we have the Two of Swords here. So Eight of Cups and we have the Two of Swords. Eight of Cups and a Two of Swords. Okay. Somebody may be at a crossroads right now. Somebody having a hard time making a decision here, because it's like, I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. I'll be back before you know it. Hold that thought with this Two of Swords. Don't you move. So if you don't know which way to go right now, just pause. Ask for clarity. Ask for direction from specific ancestors or your higher self. Don't just be like, Spirit, guide me. Because a spirit gonna hop in the seat, bitch. But you want to make sure it's a spirit that is definitely in alignment. You know what I mean? With where you're trying to go, So if you don't know what to do right now, I say just pause, pray, meditate on it, and you'll know. You can even ask something specific, like, if this is not the path for me, may you make it clear as day. May you make it clear as day, the Most High, that this is not what I want. May this person reveal their true colors. May this person tell me the truth. Show me their true intentions. Like, show me what's beneath the veil so I can know for sure. And then just watch, see how things manifest. And that's going to be the thing that it's like, you're going to see like, okay, that's not what I want, or that is what I want. Okay. So let's see what this King of Swords energy is. Okay. You want a clearing? Oh, hell, Graffiti. I don't know if we're going to push through. We're going to do it. We got to make time, bitch. You got to manage it. Okay. So we got the King of Swords here, and we have the Seven of Cups. We have the King of Swords, and we have the Seven of Cups here. So you may have some options. There could be a lot of things. Y'all hear Shorty want you to come my way. Don't know if it's like a lot of options that you have here. But again, don't be deceived by just what it looks like on the surface. Think long term, because this King of Swords, he's like on a mountaintop. So it's like, look at things from a higher perspective. Again, zoom out and look ahead to see like, okay, is this just something that's going to satisfy me now? Like, is this something that I actually want to continue doing? If not, I think about that often. I'd be like, ooh, I need to come with content. And then I'd be like, Duüblé, but if whatever you start, you're going to need to finish. So if you're going to start making content and stuff like that, And let's say you do start bringing the lovelies in, bitch, you got to do the same thing that you did to bring them in to keep them. And I'm like, I'm not no content girly. That just ain't me. That just ain't me. I could come up with some nice content. I could bring some value content, but I know me. I'm not posting 2 times a day. I'm not posting 3 times a day. I'm not posting every other day. I do how I do what I do how I do it because I know I'm not gonna be doing that long term. I know the fuck I'm not. And so some of y'all may need to really think about that when it comes to what you want to do. Like, think about a long term plan. Okay. Is it something that you can sustain? Is it something that you want to sustain? If not, okay, let's think about another route. Okay. But we have the Four of Wands upright, and we have the Knight of Pentacles upright as well. Okay, so some of y'all are definitely going to be, a lot of you are going to be glad that you pushed through and trusted your discernment here. There could have been things that were calling you, and you just really had to ground yourself and make some difficult decisions. But whatever this full circle moment is with this celebration here for this Four of Wands, is definitely giving like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I did that. I'm so glad that I said no to that and yes to that. I'm so glad that I persevered, and I'm so glad that I was resistant. I'm so glad that I was faithful and I trusted the signs and I was obedient and I took action and I walked away and I, let this go. And you know what I mean? It's just like this, like I'm so proud of myself, and I'm thankful to my past self for making those decisions, because that is what got me here to make my life just so much easier. Lastly, what's this death and rebirth? We're closing out now. We have the Nine of Cups here. So this is a wish fulfillment. This is not even a wish fulfillment. This is a work fulfillment energy, honestly. Like I said, oh my gosh, like I'm so excited here. This is you being ecstatic. This is ecstatic. Like, oh my fucking goodness, bitch. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I feel this burst of joy. I feel this burst of joy. Like you found the treasure, or you unlocked something. Yes, this is so beautiful. So we started with the Eight of Cups. We're closing out with the Nine of Cups. So this is like a full circle moment where it just makes fucking sense. Like I said, some of y'all may be like, you know what? I gotta lose this, but I'm gaining this though. I gotta walk away from this, but I'm walking towards this freaking light. And as you can see on the Eight of Cups, you see like the sun here. She's walking towards the sun. She can't really see what's on the other side of the horizon, but she see that little peak of sun though, right? Some of y'all are leaning into faith. You may have been given a little sprinkle of vision, a little bit of information like, hey, come this way, a little bird food, a little pebble or something to keep you along. And the closer you got, when you got to that horizon, you see like, oh my fucking God, bitch, it was a treasure chest. And I'm over here at the sea with my little metal detector thingy, trying to damn find the damn treasure. Bitch, I had to walk away. I was not in the right space. I was not in the right space here. But I reached the treasure here. I aligned with this golden opportunity. I just had to turn the fuck around. I had to turn around. I had to face my fears. I had to heal. I had to go back to the past, because with this Eight of Cups, she went back to the past. I have to do some past life regression, right? CrystallineMars.com. I had to do some healing of the past so I can free myself at last. So like I said, a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I fucking did this. This burning, this releasing. Because if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't be here. So with this Nine of Cups, some of y'all going to be waiting on the 10th. But it's like, whatever this 9 is, you're going to be good to go. Yes. Oh, my gosh. Oh! We got the Sun here and we got the Devil. So like I said, use the energy. We use the energy for your wellness here. We have the Judgment here. So this is speaking of an ascension, of an awakening, right? With a heavy wink energy. So something was definitely serving you the entire time. It just may have felt very heavy, very dark. Okay, so that's what I got for y'all for the collective. Let's close out with a let's close out with the what are we gonna close out with? Let's close out with an angel number. No, I don't want to close out with an angel number. I'm gonna just pull one oracle. Let me just see. We're gonna see how Brother Logas do. I'm gonna just pull a card. Let me see what we got. What's this? We got Page of Swords. Are you prepared? This is the closeout message. Okay, I need y'all to leave down below. The declaration is, I'm ready. We're gonna keep it simple. Are you prepared? Today my daughter was doing her little gymnastic little practice, her little back flips, bitch. And she's like, Mom, are you ready? And I was like, are you ready? You do the flips. And so she was like, okay, because she wanted me to look. And I'm over there cooking. I'm like, you just practice, right? So I start peeping to see her do her flip. She couldn't even do the flip. She know how to do them, but she's not like, she hasn't mastered it, so she's still trying to master it. And I'm like, she's so busy talking about, am I ready to watch? But are you ready to show me? Are you ready to show me? You're not even fucking ready. I'm looking, but you ain't even do the flip. And that was a message for the collective, okay? Are you prepared? Are you ready for that of what you're asking for? Don't be so caught up on, well, when. Are you ready? You worry about getting your ducks in a row. You worry about managing your time. You worry about what you gonna do when it comes through. You worry about that. Don't worry about where they at, who looking and who ain't looking. Can you do your backflip? Can you do your backflip? Okay? So that's what we got, y'all. So Graffiti, come on, join the live so we can do this clearing. Brother Logas said he's supposed to be joining us. Oh, okay. Come on, Graffiti. See, I don't like this. I do not like this. I feel rushed. I don't want to bum rush you, Graffiti. And I don't know when Logas coming. See, come on, just manage this time. Because I could do it, but I don't want to rush you. Because I know it's going to take us about a good 10 to 15 minutes. I just don't want to rush you. I don't know when exactly, because he's coming between 9:15 and 9:30. It's 9:16. Oh, bitch, out of all of the places, why is giving clown right now? Why is this giving clown? Out of all of the places I could have placed my fingers, I placed my fingers on both of my moles. Bitch, hold the fuck up. I cannot. Wait. Woo. Oh, bitch. Bitch. Out of all the places though, I could have went down here. I could have went over here. But bitch, I went right here. What's up with that? Be honest. Hold the fuck up. I'm gonna wipe them off in a minute, bitch. Cause one thing about it, I won't make no secrets about my moles. I tell y'all, I drew these holes on. And that's what I'm just getting. Have the humility and be honest about wherever it is that you stand. You know what I mean? I think about, I sometimes, videos come up on my algorithm and it's all about, oh, how you got to be polished and all this stuff. And I'm big on dress how you want to be addressed, right? I'm big on being dope, dressing on purpose every day, right? But when it comes to me trying to be perfect or me putting on a facade that I am perfect, that I don't do, right? And so let this be a message, right? When it comes to just wiping the masks off, you can have these enhancements, these things that you accessorize yourself with, or these things that you love, you know, that maybe, you know, just don't be vain. You know, just don't be vain and be up here acting like it's one thing when in real life it ain't really that. Because trust me, it will be revealed. It will be revealed. Just like if I would have been lying and just acting like these was real moles, I would have felt embarrassed. You know, I'm like, fuck. I done been telling collective that these are my fucking real moles and shit. And look at me, I done got caught. But that ain't the case. It's like, ooh, bitch, there it is. There it the fuck is, bitch. So what part of yourself are you yet to embrace? Okay. Graffiti said you gonna let Logas do it. Well, let me tell him so he could come the fuck on, because he still want to be gone by a certain time too. So let me tell him so he could come the fuck on through. Let me come on. Bitch. And then I had these hoes on already. I had them on all day. So they was already a little runny on the low. Bitch, I'm just gonna wipe y'all off. Wipe me down. You in the shower. See, I knew I should have did it. Because Graffiti had sent in a reading for a clearing at 9:15, and I was like, I don't know if I got time. I didn't want to rush, but he sent the live. He was like, okay, well, you could do it, so I ain't gotta rush. But you in the shower, so you want to do his clearing, or you want me to do it?
Go ahead and do it.
It's gonna take me about 15 minutes.
Huh?
It's gonna take me about 15 minutes.
Oh.
Ashay. All right, knock the fender.
Okay.
Okay, Graffiti. Hey! Ooh, look at the line. Look at the line. Okay, what you say? You got to be able to laugh at yourself. No, for real. You said the way I screamed. Junk Jagger said the way I screamed as soon as you put your hands there. I was like, no, it happened so fucking fast. It happened so fast. Oh, bitch. You said yes, humility for real, because it ain't a thing. Shit, it be like that. It be like that. I'm hot as fuck, I know that. Woo. Okay, come on. Ah, yay! Hold on, Graffiti.
Peace, Lady Duüblé.
Hey.
How's it going? Do I look crazy?
Well, considering what you look crazy, I look crazy. No, you look cool though. You look regular, schmegular. Let me change this music real quick.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm blessed. I feel calm right now. Like my body feel a little anxious because I just came off a live.
Okay.
And I did my pain today, but we had like a little spiritual talk.
Oh, you saved it.
Yeah, I came to a revelation. That's why I said it was all in divine synchronization today. Cause I saw y'all come on with Mystique earlier, and I was tuned into there, and just taking the messages as they resonate. And it was I know y'all were talking about like being called up and called out, and like event, just like seeing where you could like enhance yourself as far as what you bring to the table, and like what you're really exploring and when it comes to your spirituality. So I'm really anxious because I
feel it.
Yeah, I just got like a good idea. Shout out to Junk Jagger, because we were talking about some tarot, and she was like, yo, you mentioned tarot and you're an artist. Go ahead and draw your own tarot deck. And I'm like, bitch, yo, that is such a good idea. And I'm like, yo, all right. I'm gonna step into this divine enlightenment, this divine alignment, and I'm gonna make my own tarot deck. And I'm gonna also do an Orisha Oracle. So I'm excited about that.
I am too. So now we gotta turn this energy down so we can meditate. That's all. Like, damn, I'm high. But it's okay. We're gonna breathe. We're gonna come down.
Yeah,
We're gonna come down.
Do y'all like my piece? CrystalineMars.com.
Let me see them rings. Let me see them chains. Oh, they gotta keep it still to show them what's real.
This one is
super cute. Oh my god, I see you did adjust it. I like the little swirl thing that you did though. It gives it a different kind of effect. Yeah. Y'all head over to the website. Those are only $20, y'all.
But yeah,
super cute.
Only $20. Y'all, it's a steal.
$40. Let's go. Let's go.
Go ahead and get this popping.
Yes. Okay. Bitch, we gotta breathe. Everybody, come on, collective. We need y'all assistance, collective. Come on, let's breathe. This is a full circle. We made it.
We did.
Okay. So let's just take some intentional breaths just to relax our nervous system and release any tension that you have in your shoulders. And so at the pit of your root chakra, I want you to visualize a hole, a dark hole at the base of your root. And as you make your way up through to and through your sacral chakra, you begin to carve out a circle that is in alignment, the same size as the circle below. Then we're going to breathe our way up into the solar plex, to and through the solar plex. We're going to carve out a circle that is in alignment, in the same diameter, same size, same circumference as the circles below. Then we're going to breathe our way up to and through the heart chakra, carving out yet another circle that is in alignment with the ones below. We breathe our way up into and through the throat chakra, carving out a perfect circle. The edges may be a little rugged, and that's okay. Now I invite you to swallow. Shay. Now we're going to move up to and through the third eye, the center of your brows. Again, carving out a circle that is in alignment with the ones below. And here we look up and we see a lavender ceiling. This lavender ceiling, we know it's a ceiling, but it looks like it's soft, fluffy clouds, as if we can just reach through the other side. And we lift our heads up and we take a deep inhale in through our nose, and we exhale, blowing up to and through that crown chakra. And as we breathe, as we exhale, we begin to see the clouds part. And it's as if a curtain is opening. And the clouds begin to move aside. And it may be a little blinding. There's a bright white light that shines through from the other side, illuminating your essence, purifying and cleansing all of your chakras. And you now feel this chill, this breeze flow through all 7 of your energy vortexes. Your breathing is easier. You can take deeper inhales effortlessly. You can even hold it effortlessly. And so take a few rounds of deep intentional breaths in. Inhale this bright white light from the crown, pulling it all the way down. You can work your way down through the third eye and exhale. Inhale, grasping the energy again, pulling it down into your lower chakra, the throat. Exhale and rest here. You may clear your throat if you need to. Swallow if you need to. Release any sounds if you need to. But we feel the coolness flow up and down our throat chakra as we inhale and exhale intentionally. And on our next inhale, we grasp this energy at the throat, pulling it down into our heart chakra. And at the seat of our heart chakra, we rest. And here the bridge is open, allowing for our life force energy to flow to and through, allowing for us to align with the abundance and the prosperity that has always been here, ready for us to unlock. All past traumas, the dramas, the confusions, the illusions, the closings, the aches, the pains, the betrayals, the imbalances, the toxicity, the mold that once lived here no longer has a home. And we are at peace with where and who we are. And on our next inhale, we grasp this energy, pull it down into our solar plex chakra, exhaling, settling ourselves here. And you may feel or see a reflection of you, a depiction of the bright sun, charging you up, giving you the battery that you needed, the confidence that you needed, the courage that you needed, that you always had, that you forgot because you felt defeated by the energy. That intervened, that interfered. You have arrived. You are here whole with your soul. The missing pieces restored. And here you are at peace, rest assured, knowing you are secure. And whatever it is that you declare, it's yours. Everything revolves around you, and it is your mission to show up as the source energy. Remembering that can nothing take away from you that you cannot give back to yourself. Here, your power is reclaimed. And on this next inhale, we grasp this energy, pulling it down into our sacral chakra, the sweetness. Aligned and reconnected with our creativity, our sensuality, our freedom, our beauty, in all of its expressions. Seeing the beauty within and radiating that without, a magnet to everything that we desire. Unlocking the infinite resources that, again, were always here. Knowing what tool to use and when to use it and when to put it down so we do not abuse it. Not getting lost in our creativity, but allowing ourselves to express our creative essence and totality. And you may begin to taste a sweetness on the buds of your tongue as you feel replenished, rehydrated, refilled, healed. In awe in regards to what is being revealed. And on our next inhale, we grasp, we embrace, we welcome in this energy that takes up this space, and we pull it down into our root ever so gently. Ever so gently, we arrive. Stabilized. The Kundalini life force energy within is now awakened, now ready to flow through. And we now visualize this serpent peeking its head up through that hole. And it slithers its way majestically through the sacral, to and through. And I invite you to sway your body from left to right. Flow with this energy. Control this energy so it does not control you, your chi. It's a luxury to be here. And so now this serpent flows to and through the solar plex chakra, to and through the heart, and through each chakra, its skin begins to harden, flowing to and through the throat, to and through the third eye, up and out through the crown, free to be, fearless of nothing, knowing that in the times of need we have the venom, but ultimately allowing ourselves to transform and shed skin so we may evolve and no longer have to pretend. And with this, we say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika. It is done.
It is done.
I am one.
I am one.
Take another deep inhale and exhale. And when you are ready, you may slowly open your eyes and meet me here on the other side. Let's ride. How was that for you? Briefly.
You know that feeling when you first wake up, you gotta like, am I really here? Can I go back to sleep for a bit? Ah, damn, I'm woke now.
Yeah, we about to get some rest though.
I've been asleep long enough though. It's slumber time over.
Ashe, I'm excited.
Me too.
Ashe, well, thank you for showing up intentionally. And tomorrow's a new day, so take it easy, get your rest tonight. And again, with Mars entering Leo tomorrow, let's hit the deck running. Let's hit the deck running. Ashe, I love you, Nakupenda. I forget I could tell you Nakupenda because you speak that lane. Later. Ashe.
All right, thanks for having me on.
Of course. Later.
Later.
Later. All right, y'all. Peace. Thank y'all for sharing this space. I'll see y'all tomorrow. But Brother Logas gonna hold it down and give us our spiritual lesson tonight. Later, Gator. Oh, wait.
Peace, family.
Grace.
Today's spiritual lesson is on the black/white light beings. Right? So, we are all light beings. The question is, are you a black light being or a white light being? I don't mean are you a black person or a white person. I mean, are you the wielder of black light or white light? Right? All light is light. Ashe. White light is light. Black light is light. Right? They even have black lights. Right? So when we talk about light, when we talk about white light encompasses the rainbow spectrum. Right? That's white light. Black light encompasses the rainbow section plus. So black light, so let's say, just for the sake of the analogy, white light would be like the LGBTQ community, right? Rainbow, right? There's always a spiritual implication behind these things. But then the black light will be like LGBTQ plus. That is the difference between the two. Both encompass many colors from the light spectrum, but one has extra, many extras. Ashe. Which is why many people are afraid of the darkness, afraid of the black light, because it has wavelengths of light that are not readily available and visible to the majority of the population. Only the special ones get to see and witness and experience those type of colors. Now, light beings who have... Now, this is important to understand because it's not really a choice for most of us. You're either leaning more towards the black side of the light, or you're leaning more towards the white side of the light, right? You can see a lot of this in your birth chart. Some are more obvious, than others. So, like, for instance, Scorpio, Capricorn, and maybe even you could say Aries, right, are some very black light type of energies. But then for the white light, you have like Pisces, we have Cancer, and then we'll have, what's another good one? Pisces, Cancer, and I'll say probably like a Taurus, right? Those are more white light type of energies. White light type of energies. Ashe. Um, but Pisces and Scorpio would be the biggest opposites, right? Pisces would be the most light. Scorpio will be the most dark, or the most, black. Ashe. Both are a necessity. Both are required, right? The dark black energy represents the feminine. Light energy, white light energy represents the masculine. Ashe. Now, when it comes to being light beings, most of us want to lean towards the white side, right? They say white is right, right? We'll lean towards the white side because that is what we are conditioned to resonate with, to understand. But it is actually the black side, the dark light, right, that holds much more wisdom and understanding. Now, you may be asking, well, which side am I on? Well, you can, one way to try to figure it out is based off your experiences. If you find that a lot of your life encompasses a lot of dark energy, a lot of struggles, a lot of pain, a lot of traumas, a lot of barriers and roadblocks, there's a decent chance that you are a black light being. While those who seem like everything just seems to go your way, you think a lot of positive thoughts most of the time. Positive things are usually happening. People are usually on your side. Negativity just can't seem to really reach you. Then you would be a white light being. Ashe. Now the reason why and on both sides, when you're a white light being and you're thinking negative things happen very quickly to you because that is not your energy. You have to stay in your energy. But when you're on the black light side and you're trying to constantly always think positive, be light, or be peace, all those type of things, you may find that things just don't seem to go your way, or there seems to be these struggles, these random struggles and barriers and negative situations. That's because you need to go into the darkness, into the blackness where there is positivity, but there's also this deep understanding of all of what negativity is and its purpose, right? And by going into that space of acceptance of the negativity, you then access your protection. You access your light's protection. Ashe. Now to wrap this up, it's for both sides. For those who are on the black light side, understand that your goal should be to find white light within the darkness. Meaning, the more you understand the darkness, the more that darkness turns into white light. It's like stars. You develop stars within your black light energy. Every time you discover a new aspect within the darkness, within the blackness, you are uncovering more of your inner universe. Ashe. For the white light beings, understand that staying in the white light, yes, brings you a grand protection, but you will have an even harder time ascending to your highest level. See, it's like the black light side, because we are in the blackness, right? There is a one, if you let the blackness consume you, or if you try to ignore the blackness, you're going to have a hard time ascending or transcending. But if you accept the blackness, not to be engulfed by it, but to find the light within it, then you can transcend, you can ascend. Let's like if you're on the light side, if you just stay in the light and only want to be in the light, you will be blinded by the light, right? But if you go, you don't go in the light, but also accept the the temporary moments where you're in darkness, where you're in a dark room, and don't try to avoid the dark room, but instead use your light to illuminate those dark areas so that you can see what's in this dark room, what's in that dark room. Don't be afraid to go into dark rooms. Don't be afraid to go into black areas, right? You will then be able to ascend to higher levels. Ashe. So that is today's spiritual lesson. The black, are you a black or are you a white light being? Ashe. And then there are those that you can say straddle both sides. There are those that maybe you can say, straddle or kind of are half in the dark, half in the light. Ashe. That is also, but being half does not make it any easier. In fact, it makes it even harder because now you constantly have to go in and out of the black and the light. You have an even harder time because you have to do this perfect juggling act continuously. Ashe. So that is today's spiritual lesson. Now we're going to Q&A. Peace over to the YouTubers and to the OGs on IG and to the Facebookers. Appreciate all the likes, shares, subscribes, repost, reels, stories, as well as the love offerings, donations, your support, the Cash Apps, the Super Chats, the Zelles and Apple Pays, and all that good jazz. Let's see. Peace to Sheba Bay. And peace to Sidon Films. Let's see. Peace to the Wavy One. Be blinded by the light nor binded by the darkness. Ashe. Where do you stand when it comes to the black and the white light? Logas. It's a good question. I definitely have a strong affinity to the darkness, to the black light. But at the same time, I've held a lot of light energy as well. So I know I definitely hold a strong dark affinity, but I seem to have a very strong light energy as well. And it depending on the purpose, some people experience the dark side of me. That's what they see when they see me. They see this dark type of energy, and other people, they experience this light being, this being this heart of gold type of person, as I've been told before, like just this like very childlike type of pureness, and other people just look at me as like pure mischievousness and just pure like witchery type deal. So I seem to hold a half and half type of modality, which is more confusing because for a long time I just did not understand why some people looked at me this way and then other people look at me another way. Or one person or a person will look at me in a light way today and then they look at me in a dark way tomorrow and then switch back to a light way. For a long time, I could not understand the people just like switch up on me. And at first I thought people were just they were just switching up on me because that's just who they were. But then I realized this actually happened to me a lot with a lot of people. Then I started to understand, I started to see that, or I started to see that people actually are not switching up on me because they're switching up personalities, but they're switching up on me because, and sometimes that's the case, but a lot of times it's because they actually see me in a different light. They see me in the black light, or they see me in the white light, right? So, and then when I look at my chart, right, I have like some very strong Scorpio energies, and that Scorpio happens to be, you know, in my Pluto, which is a very important place for it to be. Your challenge planet, to my Lilith, which is my support energy. So there's my dark energy there. But then I have a lot of Cancer in my chart. I have a lot of Cancer in my chart, so I think I have more Cancer than anything else. That's a lot of light energy, a lot of light, and I have such strong Pisces in my midhaven, which is like my career energy, right? So that light energy, that white light, I should say, energy. But then my North Node, with the energy I'm supposed to master, right, is Aquarius. So in Aquarius, I see as a balancing type of energy because Aquarius represents transcendence. So I would see that as transcending both the darkness and the light. All right. Ashe. Duüblé says, okay, one to shine a light in the dark. Ashe. This has been a gift that I have recently came into. Ashe to that Duüblé. That sounds like something Fortitude would say. Ashe. I feel like this can also be a lesson on prisms as well. Ashe to the prisms, right? Sidon Films, due to our own individual birth chart, do white light beings go through black light phases and vice versa? Yes. Yes, that is part of the process. That is part of the process. So if you're a white light being, let's think about the yin and yang. Can you? No, y'all can't. I guess the board's right there, right? So like a yin and yang. So think about it like a yin and yang. If you are a black light being, right, then you're gonna have moments. So you can't really see it, but you're gonna have moments where the little white circle is where you're gonna be in white light, right? And if you are a white light being, you're gonna have moments where you're going to be, as you can see that dark circle, where you're gonna go through the black light. Right, so that is part of the process. That is part of the process, right? If you say if you are someone who's juggling both, it's just a constant topsy turvy lifestyle, right? So I actually do a lot of. So when I'm clearing people spiritually, and I mean just out throughout my day. You know, I don't know. I clear at least probably 10 people a day that without them knowing that I'm doing it. Right? It's just something that I do on a regular basis now. So when I clear them, I juggle. I clear the dark energy off of them, and then I also re-energize or revitalize them with light energy. So I'm constantly working with both energies since I seem to represent both. Ashe. Versus if I was just a light being, then I would just typically deal with the light. Though if I was a white light being, I would typically just deal with the white light type of energy, putting white light energy into places, and then from time to time may have to dabble into the black light type of energy or black light spaces, and vice versa. If I was more a black light energy, then I would be dealing with a lot of the hidden art type of stuff, and then from time to time, coming to the white light spaces. Shame. A good example. What's a good example of a black light energy that also but had some white light tendencies here and there, is Madame DeVoe from the show. Is it American Horror Story? I think American Horror something. If you watch that show and the episodes or the seasons with Madame DeVoe in it, she was an example of she was a black light being, but she also would participate in healings. She would participate in healings from she would still have to tap into the black light energy, but she participated in certain types of healings that were very white light esque. American Horror Story. Okay, Ashe. American Horror Stories. Ashe. So that's a good example of that. But then you look at like what's the opposite side? We could say we could say well, if you look at Dragon Ball Z, I want to use something other than Dragon Ball Z. Let's use if we look at Superman, and if you watch the last Justice League movie, was it the Rob Snyder? I don't know, the remake Justice League movie, right? Superman is a light being, right? But he had to by tapping into his darkness, by going into the dark world, into the black light energy, when he returned, when he was revived, he came back stronger, more powerful, more poised, more wise on how to use his white light energy. Ashe. So there's an example, right? This is the whole Jesus concept. Jesus represented a white light energy. So what did he do? He died. He went into the darkness, into the black light, in order to become more well-rounded, in order to ascend to another level. Ashe. See, Graffiti says, Gemini existing in the duality of light and dark. It's a balance to it all, right? Geminis naturally Geminis represent, the black and the white light, as well as the Virgos. Virgos also represents the black and the white. Geminis, though, to tell you the truth, represents the imbalanced version, the unbalanced version of the two, while Virgos represent the balanced version of the two. Would make sense because Gemini is an air sign. So the air, they just go with the wind. So there's very extremes. There's these extremes going on. While the Virgos represent Earth, they're grounded with their multiple sides to them. So Geminis have to be more careful, and then Virgos have to open up more because they actually stifle themselves by they box in their energies a little too much. Fee says, oh yeah, I've been actively doing that white light clearing of dark energy that we talked about in the last read from Yashe. Shiba Base says, so I'm looking at my birth chart. My yin is 25% and my yang is 75%. Does this mean the key to balance? Does this mean the key is to balance your yin and yang for self-mastery? Well, all of us, we want to balance our yin and yang. All of us, right? But everyone's balance is not exactly the same. So for some of us, it might be a 75-25% balance, while others, it might be a 50-50, right? So it does depend on the person. It does depend on the person, right? He says, we need my Janae here for this lesson. Ashe. Ashe, babe, brother guys, your face is glowing. Ashe to that. I have some nice Priscilla seed oil on my face right now. Very good oil for the skin. Priscilla. Is that Priscilla or Priscilla? I think it's Priscilla seed oil. Shiva Bay. Peace to Indy Zacking. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? He says, can you speak a little on how the light and dark beings can be reflections of each other? Well, we're all reflections of each other, right? So for those who are on the white light side, when you run into other white light beings, usually that's a time for recharging. That's a time for recharging your white light, right? While for black light beings, for the dark side, when you run into other dark light beings, that is your time to learn to get a greater hold, to learn how to get a greater hold of the darkness, right? Now, when it's flipped, right, you're it really is to gain another, like a greater wisdom of the darkness, right? Because the black dark light energy is infinite. White light energy has to be recharged. It's not infinite because it comes from the darkness. It's actually finite because it's only a finite amount of the spectrum. So it has to be recharged. Now, when you're a dark light, black light being running into a white light being, right? That is your time to that is time for you to see yourself, to see what's actually going on within yourself. That's what that white light being is there to help you do, to see the truth about yourself. Right? Or to make you to cause you to come out into the open, I should say. Come out into the open, right? Put yourself on display. Really look at yourself. Really, critique yourself. Now, when it's flipped the other way, it's kind of the same, but it's an inward thing. See, when the light being comes around a dark being, a white light being comes around a black light being, well, that black light being is now being exposed, and it's more in a public type of setting, or you're being exposed to yourself. But the other way around, the dark light being is forcing the white light being to see things maybe about themselves or about other people that they don't want to see. And it's negative things, right? The white light being, when they expose the darkness, when they expose the black light, is not necessarily negative. It's usually just a lot of times it's potential. A lot of times it's positive things that you didn't see about yourself. There's power within yourself that you didn't see, or it could just show some vulnerabilities, right? But when it's the other way around, you're gonna the dark light being forces the light being, the white light being, to look within and see their weaknesses and see their insecurities that they didn't realize they had, or see some traumas that they didn't know that they had, right? They thought everything was pretty much perfect, everything's always positive, or anything, any restraints that are there that they could not see before, right? So it's pretty similar concepts, pretty similar reflections when you look at it from one angle to the other, but they are slightly just a different perspective. They go a slightly different route when it comes to showing you the reflection. The reflections are pretty much the same. It's just you're going down a different route, though. Ashe. So like I said before, when white light meets white light, it's usually like a recharge. It's usually like a positive recharge. Like, yes, everything's great. Thank you for reminding me how beautiful the world is, blah, blah, blah. While on the black light side, it's like, hey, you're stronger than that. Hey, dig deep, pull yourself up, right? You can overcome, these struggles. You have the power to, you have the willpower, you have the strength to defeat these enemies, right? So it's a different type of recharge. It's a motivation. While the other one, the white lights with white light, they inspire each other. Black light with black white, they motivate each other, right? It's like you're going in the same direction, but we're just taking different routes. Inspiration is a lot lighter. You're just happy to do something when you're inspired. Motivated, you're heavy and it's this weight on you, but you push through and persevere anyway, right? Shiba Bay says, okay, I over, under, and understand now, Ashe. You are welcome, Shiba Bay. Ashe. Peace to Brittany in the room. So we'll go ahead and slide on out of here. We'll say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done. And we will see you tomorrow for a thorough Thursday. Ashe. Peace to T Banks 1. It's a great show, says Graffiti. Thank you both for showing up nightly for the Tribe Ashe. Thank you for being here. Peace to Sidon Films.